My name is Victoria Winters. Violence has erupted near Collinwood, a show of brutal anger between man and man. And one of the men is a guest at Collinwood. Now the violent night is past, but in the day that lies ahead, another kind of violence will take place. A meaner, more petty violence. A violence prompted by greed. A violence greater than the show of hatred. Because it is a violence not of the body, but of the spirit.
Oh, good morning, good morning. Well, I was greeted by Mrs. Johnson with the glad news that you wanted to see me.
I certainly do. But I doubt that if what I have to say you'll find very cheerful. I want your friend out of Collinwood and away from Collinsport. Is that clear?
I had an idea that's what you were going to say.
Well, I've said it and I mean it.
Because, you know, I'm not used to being given orders.
I don't care.
Well, I expect that news has reached you of that unfortunate fight last night in town between my friend Willie and Mr. Devlin.
Willie has absolutely no control. I should never have let him stay here 1 minute when I found out what he tried to do to Carolyn. He must leave Collinwood as soon as possible. And if he doesn't...
Ah, now, there's no need to threaten, Elizabeth. I agree with you completely.
What?
I said I agree with you completely. As far as I am concerned, Willie is no longer a friend of mine.
What are you really saying?
Dear Liz, always so suspicious. And this time, your suspicions are completely unfounded. Willie will very soon be out of Collinwood and away from Collinsport. Well, you know how eager I've always been to do whatever you ask.
Well, then, I consider the matter settled. Now, if you'll excuse me.
One moment, Elizabeth.
What is it?
I'm afraid the matter isn't quite settled. If Willie is to leave, he must have the means to leave.
If you or Willie expect to be bribed to see that he goes, the answer is no.
Bribe. What an ugly word.
Well, then don't force me to use it.
All right, then. I won't. Now, my approach to this is completely practical. Now, you see, Willie can't get from here to wherever he's going without money. You want Willie to leave. I think it's only fair that you should furnish the necessary money.
I'll give you the bus fare from here to Bangor.
No, I'm afraid that won't do. After all, Willie should be compensated for his inconvenience.
Then you are asking for a bribe.
Oh, no. I'm asking for $1,000.
You can ask all you like, but you won't get it.
But I thought you wanted Willie to leave.
I refuse to be involved in this sordid business.
Well, I don't know that you're in a position to refuse, Elizabeth. And it might help to remind you that this is not the first time you've involved yourself in something slightly sordid.
I forbid you to keep bringing that up.
But you keep making it necessary.
I won't be forced this way.
Your beautiful pin. Oh, you've broken the clasp.
Never mind the pin. I'm not giving you any money.
It's beautiful.
May I have it, please?
Why, yes. Certainly.
Did you hear what I said about the money?
Yes. But I'm afraid I must insist.
Insist all you like. The answer is no.
Oh, now, Liz, why do you say that? You know you're going to give me the money.
I'm not, and that's final.
Well, then, Willie does not leave Collinwood.
He most certainly does.
And what'll you do if he doesn't?
I'll call the police. And when they're here, feel perfectly free to tell them whatever you like.
Now, you know you don't mean that.
Don't I? You seem to forget that man is a threat to my family. A violent man with no control. It's come to a point when I must stop thinking of myself.
You're not bluffing, are you?
I promise you I'm not.
All right, then. Make it 500 instead of 1,000.
Not 1 cent.
But Willie won't leave without the money. He'll force us to call the police. Something neither of us really wants. So come on, Liz. If $500 can resolve an untenable situation, then give it to him and get it over with. It's a small price to pay for so great a convenience. Well, now, Liz, you're a businesswoman. Think of it in terms of profit gained for money spent.
$500?
500. Cash.
And he'll be gone?
Gone, forgotten. Is it a deal?
I'll get the money.
You're being very sensible.
Am I?
No respect for the wounded.
Yes, well, I find it difficult to sympathize with such stupidity myself.
Who's stupid?
Well, now you'll have to agree that it was not particularly intelligent for you to get involved in a public brawl.
No. I should have done it privately with no one looking. Just simply killed him. I probably still will.
I'm afraid you'll lack the opportunity.
I'll find the opportunity.
Lee Stoddard is giving me $500. You're to take it and get out of here as soon as possible.
Are you kidding? Well, I'm not leaving here, not with a measly 500.
Willie, 500 is not measly compared to what you have right now, which is exactly nothing.
It's measly compared to what I came to get.
Compared to what you might have gotten if you'd only behaved yourself.
Nobody threatens me the way Devlin did.
Now, Mrs. Stoddard is irreversible on the subject. Either you take the money and leave, or she calls the police.
Let her.
Now, you know you don't mean that.
I do. And I know you can fix it so I can stay.
I
if
can't.
you really want
I
to.
can't. You've made it impossible. Well, the only thing to do now is take the money and leave. It's the only thing to do under the circumstances. I'll try to get you some more. Send it on to you. Maybe I can fix it so you can come back. But right now, the only thing to do is to clear out.
Maybe you're right.
What? You leave.
Well, I guess I don't have any choice. You get me the 500 and I'm as good as gone.
Good. Now you can start packing your things right now.
In a minute.
Now, Willie.
Well, can't I just finish my coffee in here? You know, I always like this kind of room.
You haven't the time to waste.
Well, I won't waste it. I'll be ready to go by the time you get the money.
Did you lose something?
I'm not sure.
Then what are you looking for?
Do you remember that emerald pin with the diamonds around it?
Oh, the one your great-grandmother gave to you when you were 18?
That's the one. Have you seen it anywhere?
No, the last time I saw it was when you wore it for your birthday.
Well, I had it on this morning. The clasp was broken.
You mean it could have fallen off anywhere?
Oh, I don't think so. I seem to remember... Never mind, David. I think I know where it is. In fact, I'm sure I do. May I have my pin, please?
I beg your pardon,
The pin you retrieved so gallantly for me in the drawing room.
but I gave it back to you.
And I put it on the table.
Well, then, it must still be there.
You know perfectly well it isn't.
Oh, come on now, Liz. Well, you don't think I'd do a silly thing like that?
Well, if you didn't, I'm sure you know who did. I'd like you to get it for me immediately.
Are you sure it's not still there?
Positive. And I should remind you that if it really is missing, I must notify the insurance company immediately, and they'll send investigators out.
Well, I doubt that'll be necessary.
Please see that it isn't.
Well, that was quick. Where is it?
I was about to ask you the same question.
What? I'm talking about the money.
And I'm talking about Mrs. Stoddard's pin.
Mrs. Stoddard's pin?
Now, you made one beautiful blunder last night by getting into that fight. But the one you made just now tops them all.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, neither do you.
Stand up.
I don't feel like standing up.
I said stand up.
What for? It's not time to go yet. And besides, where's the 5?
Let me see what you're doing.
What for?
Give it to me.
Just a set of old keys.
Oh? Well, then you won't object to handing it over.
Maybe I don't feel like it.
Willie, I'll count 5. And then I'll tell Mrs. Stoddard I found that pin. And when the police and the insurance investigators arrive, they'll know exactly where to look for it. 1.
You won't turn me in.
2.
Because when they get me, they get you too.
There would be no need to get either of us if you hadn't been so stupid. 3.
I don't have it, I told you.
4. I'm not fooling, Willie. I mean it.
I only wanted it because it was so pretty.
You wanted it because it's worth a fortune. How do I get it through your head that there is a right way and a wrong way to get money? And the wrong way is to steal something that'll be missed and reported within the next 5 minutes.
I expected to be gone before she missed it.
Even if you were, the insurance investigators would track you down. Willie, if you must steal something that won't be missed.
Well, if it won't be missed, maybe it's not worth stealing.
Well, that's for you to decide. But try to get it through your head that this was not your most brilliant move. I only hope I can convince Mrs. Stoddard that you didn't take it, that I really did find it. All right. Now get ready. You're leaving, remember?
Let me look at it just once more.
Oh, now, don't be ridiculous.
Please.
What are you trying to do?
Let me just touch it.
I've got to get it back to Mrs. Stoddard.
Please, just let me touch it. Oh, they're so pretty, jewels are. Sometimes you can tell how pretty they are just by touching them. You don't even have to see them. You know, just by touching them, how beautiful they are.
Well, now, you suggested that I look for it here.
I also suggested it would be a waste of time. You know perfectly well where that pin is.
Ah! Here it is. I told you it was probably right here.
You put it there.
Well, nonsense. It was probably right here all the time.
David looked and so did I, and it wasn't there.
Well, then perhaps I have the sharper eye. Well, there you are, Liz. Safe and sound. Only I suggest that you get the clasp fixed.
I will. After I've called the police.
Oh, what are you talking about? You've got the pin back.
Yes, but it was stolen, and we both know who stole it. I've had enough, Jason. More than enough.
Oh, come, Liz, now. We mustn't let our feelings get out of hand.
Fighting, stealing, bribery. I won't be involved in this kind of life anymore.
Well, what kind of a life would you like to be involved in, Elizabeth? Prison is a far from pleasant place.
The world is a far from pleasant place. I've been locked up here for 18 years.
Well, it's not quite the same thing.
There's not that much difference.
All right. All right. You have no fear of what might happen to you. Well, what about your daughter? And your nephew, Carolyn and David?
What about them?
And what about the scandal, Liz? And what about the Collins name, of which you're so defiantly proud?
I can't go on living this kind of life.
Well, you don't have to. Now, Liz, once Willie is gone, everything will be so much better. So please, don't do anything that might detain him. It might make matters much too complicated. And I'm not asking for myself, you know. Or Willie. I'm asking for you, Liz. I'd hate to see anything unsettling happen to you. You know that, don't you? Don't you?
You really sure you want to see the pictures of my ancestors?
Well, you said you'd show them to me.
Okay. Would you get that album down for me?
Oh, this one up here?
Yes.
No trouble at all.
Those are the oldest ones. The earliest members of the Collins family. You know, they're not even photographs. Well, I mean, they're portraits that we had photographed for the album.
Well, you really go far back, don't you?
Well, only to the 17th century in this country. But you can't go back any further unless you want to trace into Europe.
Your family was even important back in Europe, huh?
Yes, some. France, England. Now this is my great-great-great-great-grandmother, Abigail Collins.
Well, she certainly looks like quite some lady.
Now here...
That's quite a necklace she's wearing.
I almost forgot to tell you that part.
What?
Well, that necklace was supposed to be given to her by her husband. But there's a story that says it was given to her by pirates, along with other jewels. Now, here's my great-great-great-uncle on the Collins side.
Wait a minute. Well, whatever happened to all those jewels?
I don't know.
Well, you mean they've been sold or lost? Or...
Not sold. Collins family wouldn't do a thing like that.
What do you mean?
Well, they feel that jewels are private. Like they mean more than money. So they pass them on from generation to generation.
Well, so you've still got all the family jewels from the beginning, huh?
Well, not all.
Well, what happened then?
Well, I don't know. I never really bothered to find out. There's only one thing that I did hear.
What's that?
Well, some of my ancestors, her, well, it's stupid. It's kind of funny. But the story is that she had all her jewels buried with her.
Buried with it?
Yes. Isn't that stupid?
Buried here in Collinsport?
I think so. I'm not sure. Now, this is my great-great-grand-uncle. He gave away all his things and went to be a missionary. I always liked him one of the best.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. They're so pretty, jewels are. Sometimes you can tell how pretty they are just by touching them. You don't even have to see them. You know just by touching them how beautiful they are.
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.